Hi, welcome to the Dharma 98 Pro review video.
That is interesting.
What's up guys, Sauce here, hope your day is going well. So today we'll be taking a look at the Dharma 98 Pro.
Not bad at all.
Now as you can hear by that, that's a really clacky keyboard. And I honestly think it's one of the better sounding budget keyboards. The switch is a bit scratchy. This is the Pro version of the K740. It's a pretty much similar board, except this one is a little bit more expensive and it comes with a few features that are better. We'll get more into that, but before we get started, I would like you guys to know I did update some of my previous models on my Things profile, so go ahead and check them out. If you have a 3D printer, I do have some free models that can help you out, especially if you like keyboards. As always, thank you guys so much for your support. You know I do really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get started. So this is the Dharma K740 Pro, and it's on a crazy good deal right now. I previously showed the regular K740 and that was $52. This one is $60 and you get a few improvements to this keyboard. So in the box it comes with the USB-C cable, 4 extra switches, a switch and keycap puller, the user manual, and some stickers. This is the only color for this keyboard. I honestly think this version of the keyboard, the Pro one, looks better than the regular version. The purple on this one just seems a little bit more mute compared to the bright green on the K740. Both the keyboards have low profile cases, so you can see the switches, and when you have your RGB on, it shines through. And the case is a solid aluminum base. The two big differences are this one is a tri-mode keyboard, meaning you can use it with 2.4 gigahertz, and the 2.4 gigahertz dongle is hidden at the bottom of the keyboard. You can also use it with the wired cable or Bluetooth. And the bottom of the keyboard also has one level of stand, and as you can see by the bottom, this one is also a fingerprint magnet. It really collects oils really fast, but the spot to hide your 2.4 gigahertz dongle is pretty neat. Please comment below, let me know if you guys like this low profile case design. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. On top of the keyboard you have indicators between the numpad and the main layout. There's one for the num lock, caps lock, 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Although this is a full-size keyboard, it's a little bit more compact than an actual full-size keyboard. It is missing a few keys between the numpad and the main layout, so if those are important keys that you definitely need, you might have to reconsider this keyboard because it's not an actual full-size keyboard, it's a compact full-size keyboard. This keyboard also has a software, but it's a download software. It's not a web-based software. Also doesn't support VIA or QMK, and I know some of you guys don't like the software download. And this keyboard also has a volume knob. You can click it to mute and unmute, but you can also change that to play pause with power toys. Comment below if you need help with that, and then you can twist it right for volume up and left for volume down. A few things I don't like about the keyboard are the bottom of the keyboard being a fingerprint magnet, just basically collecting a whole lot of oil, and the hints on the keycaps are very helpful, but once you get used to it, I also do think the arrow keys are just floating on the keyboard. And then the last thing, of course, is the Redragon logo being at the front of the keyboard. They have other keyboards that they have the logo on the left side and they look a lot better. I can see it being really useful, especially for school, or like if you're in college and you need a gaming keyboard that you can also use for work. I think this one's a good fit. I did use it for programming as well, and having a numpad and a media knob was actually really helpful as well, especially on that productivity front. The light indicators in the middle are a lot brighter than the RGB of the keyboard itself, and it's kind of annoying, and that's something you'll notice right away. The keyboard is aluminum, so it's a little bit heavier than plastic keyboard, but it's still on the lighter side of aluminum keyboards in general. So these are the Mint Mambo switches by Redragon. These are linear switches and they're very clacky. They're a little bit more creamier than the Dragon Chant switch that were on the K740. And I do think these have a little bit more scratch as well. And these are also 5-pin switches, while the Dragon Chant switches are 3-pin switches. So these are quote-unquote rounded PBT keycaps by Redragon. It doesn't say what profile they are, but from the looks of it, it does look like MOA profile keycaps. They are very comfortable to type on. For some reason, I measured these at 1.4 millimeters, but on the regular K740, I measured it at 1.5 millimeters. So that could be a user error where maybe I didn't squeeze it hard enough on the K740. But yeah, I think these keycaps look a lot better than the K740, so the Pros are a lot nicer. These keycaps are also shine through, which is a huge thumbs up. Some companies don't provide shine through keycaps for your keyboard, so, and having to buy them separately if you care about shine through keycaps is really annoying, so thumbs up to Redragon for this one. It doesn't come with extra keycaps, so you're stuck with these unless you buy keycaps separately. These also have the same fonts as the regular K740, so definitely look at the fonts and see if you like them. These fonts are definitely an acquired taste, but all in all, they're really comfortable to type on. So this is the Dharma K740 Pro landing page, and as you can see, it's 20% off for this Black Friday deal. You have the highlights of the keyboard right here. The previous version we checked out was the K740, but this one is the Pro version. As you scroll down, you see more facts about the keyboard, such as the aluminum build, mint mambo switches, the layout, media knob, what's included in the package, and then when you get down here, you have the software download, and that takes you to this page. You have the user guide right here, and then the next tab is the driver download. You click on this, and then software downloads. So this is the K740 Pro software, and it's very similar to the K740. On the first page, you have the device info, language, startup, and many different settings about the keyboard. Down here, you have the reset. On the next page, you have the keyboard layout where you can change the keys to a keyboard function. So if we want A for B, we can do that, or a mouse function, multimedia, macro, command, or key combination. You have the FN1 layer where you click FN and access some keys, or you can create a shortcut for FN2 and then assign keys for it, or the tap function, and the tap function can be changed on this page where you turn it on and change the sensitivity. That allows you to quickly press a key to access a different key. On the next page, you have the lighting effects. Right now it's on neon screen. We can change it to flash away, self-define, or turn it off. And then on this page we have that's not how you spell effects for the system sound, and you can change it to whatever you want and it reacts to the system sound. And then on the last page you have the macros where you can import a macro, create new macros. So let's try creating one. Click create macro, new macro. Let's do sauce, and then for this one we can custom make it or record. So I'm going to record sauce and stop recording, and then click save, and that's saved to sauce. And then go back here to set it, make sure we're on default. I click A, macro, sauce, save that. So when I click A on here, sauce gets typed out. That's pretty much for the software. So let's get back to the video. And for my final thoughts, I think for $60, this is a pretty good keyboard, especially since it's an aluminum keyboard. I do believe it's a little bit more premium in the gaming space compared to regular plastic keyboards. You get a more Clacky keyboard. This one is a tri-mode version. This one has RGB, really comfortable keycaps for typing. There's a lot of downsides to this keyboard that I mentioned throughout the video, but all in all, for $60, it's not that bad. It's a better improvement to the K740 with better switches and the tri-mode. I really like using the K740 with the wired, but once I started using this one wirelessly, it just made sense, and especially with the way it looks on my setup with my purple desk mat. You can get that on my website. It really tied my setup together. I really don't like the software, and I wish Redragon would make a web-based software or just via. I'm hoping in future Redragon does do that with their future keyboards. This keyboard not being gasket mounted is also a downside to me, but if you like a stiff keyboard, this will be good. The bottom of the case is aluminum, and the position plate is also aluminum, so you're getting a really clacky keyboard. Anyway, that's all I have for this keyboard. The giveaway will be in the description, so let's get into the sound test. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below, what do you think about the K740 and the K740 Pro? There are only a few differences, so comment below, let me know what you guys think. Is the $8 price increase with this version better, and all the features you're getting more worth it? As always, thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.